Hi, it's Super Videos back at you for another video. In this video we're going to be continuing our breakdown of the trailer for Season 7 of The Walking Dead. This video is going to be things we missed in the breakdown. And it's actually a continuation of the last video I did as well about the Easter eggs. So let's get started. The first thing is in the flashback that we see at the very beginning of the trailer, we see a shot of Negan pointing Lucille at each individual character. Now, what I actually noticed is when I went back and looked at the finale, I noticed that there are two shots that have been changed in this instance. One is Sasha, because if you go back and look at Negan pointing Lucille at Sasha, both times it happens, it's not the same shot we see in the trailer. And also for Michonne, because in the finale, when Lucille was pointed at Michonne, there was no exact shot of Lucille and Michonne in the same shot. But in the trailer, that's there. So what this tells us is that these two shots are from the premiere, and they're not taken from the finale. Now, this doesn't mean anything. It's just a cool Easter egg for us, for something that's there in the premiere. The next thing I want to talk about is at the hilltop, we see Jesus is killing these walkers that are in there, and they're on fire. Now, initially in the breakdown, I thought maybe they just came in, but upon analysis, I found that it looks like the hilltop has been attacked. And if you look in the background, you see there are two people, two members, I'm assuming, of the hilltop who are hanging from the wall, and there are ropes around their necks. And it looks like they're being hung. This looks like a very detailed attack by the Saviors. Now, it could be that Jesus is fighting these walkers to get to those people and free them. That's a very cool thing. And also, it gets me thinking, because in the comic book, the Saviors also attack Alexandria while the Lucille scene is playing out. But in the TV show, I think they could very well have done a remix of that, where the Saviors attack the hilltop. Because in the comic book, the Saviors never gave the hilltop a hard time about basically hiring Rick and the group to take care of the Saviors. So in the TV show, I think they're doing a very smart thing where they're actually getting the Saviors to come to the hilltop and give them a hard time and basically put them in their place about hiring Rick to kill their people. So that's a very interesting and great Easter egg, I think. The next thing I want to talk about is actually at the kingdom. Right after we see Ezekiel and he says, "Welcome to the kingdom," we get a shot of the kingdom. Now, after I looked at it in detail and someone else pointed out to me in the comments, you actually see Morgan pushing Carol in a wheelchair. So it's very interesting. It's nothing major, but it's just a very interesting Easter egg that they have there for us as well. And the last thing I want to talk about, which goes back to the previous video I did about Negan bringing Lucille down and hitting someone. After watching it, I realized that it's not Rosita and Glenn in the background. It seems like it's Dwight and another Savior. If you look at the picture I have side by side right now, you can see that that person that we thought was Rosita could very well be Dwight. So in that case, it basically debunks everything we thought of. This makes more sense because they wouldn't just put something there that would give us a great clue, because they've done so much not to show us anything from any other character. Why would they leave something this big in the trailer? So it makes more sense that that person is not Rosita, is just Dwight, and the other person is another Savior. In that case, it doesn't tell us anything about who dies, because they could have the camera angle at any position they want, and those two people could be shown. So these are all the things that I missed in the breakdown and the analysis I did. Thank you for watching. I'll be back for another video.